What's this about prison? And why have you moved my bed?
I didn't want to have to tell you this now, but I don't suppose there's any point keeping it a secret.
What is it? Tell me.
She's back on the drugs.
No, I'm not.
Kylie, you might as well face up to it, all right? We'll get you all the support you need.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Do whatever it takes to protect you.
So how long has she been...
Well, the least you know about it, the better. But, you know, we'll make sure everything's under control and I'll sort it. But you should really get back to your guests.
Is she going to be all right?
I am fine.
Yeah.
Well, OK. But will you get rid of that awful smell?
What?
The air freshener. I mean, heaven knows what people will think we're trying to cover up. And put my bed back where it belongs.
Yeah, I wish I'd been able to tell her on my own terms. Thank you.
I don't think there'd ever been a good time. Don't worry, she'll get over it.
Well, I'm not so sure. Tracy can bear a grudge the size of an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, I do know what she's like. But she does care about you. Of course she does. And when she comes to realise that this is what makes you happy, then, you know...
Is it, though? I mean, how can I be happy about my relationship, if you can even call it that, if no one else seems to be?
Maybe it's no one else's business. They don't have to walk in your shoes.
No. But I can't just dismiss their concerns. I mean, these people are my friends. They were Deirdre's friends. And if they think what I'm doing is so inappropriate, maybe I should pay attention to that.
But you can't live your life for other people. I certainly don't. If people don't like what I do, so what? They can get stuffed. I answer to no one but myself. Neither should you.
I hope Emily brings her inhaler, or else there's going to be 2 corpses in here.
Why? Why did you say that to Gail?
Because it was the most credible thing I could think of.
Oh, well, cheers for the vote of confidence.
What do you want me to tell her? The truth? Yeah, didn't think so. So your conscience can take a back seat for a while. Let's face it, won't be first time.
And where's your conscience, eh, David? Dead in the boot?
Do you think I want this? Any of it?
Maybe not. But I think a little bit of you's enjoying this.
Are you serious?
Well, I always knew you had a ruthless streak, but this past few weeks it's gone next level. It's like it's taken you over.
Well, yeah, it's had to. None of it's been easy.
No? Because when I'm lying in bed at night staring at the ceiling watching the numbers change on the bedside clock, all I can hear is you snoring. You've never slept more soundly.
What do you want from me? Kylie, I'm trying my best here.
Problem is, your best is most people's worst nightmare. I mean, were you always like this, or is it just me that brings it out in you?
I can't talk to you when you're like this.
Well, in that case, I'd better go elsewhere then, hadn't I?
Kylie.
No. If you think I am going to stay here, you're even madder than what I thought you were.
I'm sorry about the delay.
Well, as long as the ale keeps flowing, you get no complaints from me, Gail. The granny flat can wait.
Annex. What's the hold-up? David and Kylie are just finishing up in there.
Finishing up, eh? Aye, aye.
The cleaning.
Yeah, and when they've finished the cleaning, they can do your mind. That's if they've got enough disinfectant left.
Kylie, is everything all right?
Well, Erica's done you proud with this spread, Gail.
Well, she's just thrown a few chicken drumsticks on a foil plate. It's hardly a hairy biker, whatever appearances might suggest to the contrary.
I've just passed Kylie.
It's a long story. Thanks, Emily, for coming.
Oh, well, I brought you a little housewarming gift. It's just a bottle of sherry.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Thank you.
All she needs is a tartan blanket and a 2-bar fire. The place will be complete.
Behave yourself.
I'll get you some drinks.
Oh, Gail, I'm really looking forward to the grand tour.
Oh, yeah, me too. Right up there with Sam Park.
Yeah, this is the wall where the mower used to hang. Over there were the tin paints, and in Pride of Place was that horrible garden ornament.
I remember that hideous frog on a unicycle.
Nick, that was Mr. Toad on a penny farthing. I bought Gail that. Told me it got smashed.
Well, at least she kept it.
I'm going to help Mum with the drinks. What's the score with Kylie?
Score's the right word. She's back on drugs.
Just Mr. Toad on a penny farthing.
that's lovely. Was that Beethoven or?
The Muppets theme. It was one of my grade 1 pieces.
Right.
Mrs. Bell reckons I'm really coming on. She says if I don't pass in March, I will do the second time.
How many grades are there?
8. Do you want me to play the armed man? It's not quite as good as the Muppets.
No, you're all right, love. You don't want to overtax yourself, do you? Anyway, it's tea time now, isn't it? So,
Could we all have tea together? Gran as well.
well, I think she's already arranged to go out, darling. Sorry,
Where?
she never said.
Couldn't you go a bit later?
Well, could ask her, I suppose. But what's up with just me and you?
Nothing. I just like a few more people. I like the chat.
Huh?
We could ask Tony if he wants to come.
Tony?
Well, he has been around quite a lot lately.
Well, yeah, but only 'cause he's been doing a job, darling. He's finished now. He won't be coming again. He did some very bad things, sweetheart. Not welcome round here anymore. Not ever.
Really? So is that what Gran thinks as well?
Oh, yeah. Your gran more than anyone. Right, baked potato and beans, all right?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like a great idea. What are you thinking of doing?
Well, I'm open to suggestions, but I'm thinking Christmas lights, music.
Oh, you've got to.
Oh, yeah, goes without saying.
Oh, you got any Santas in mind? Co's got the whiskers.
No, he's not really got the manner, has he? He's more Grinch material.
That's right. Hey, but if you need anybody to help, count me.
Thanks, pal. Fingers crossed there's a few more like you.
All hope's a great kid. People will be tripping over themselves.
Hope so. Gonna need them.
Do you know what he called me? Have a guess.
Dunno.
Come on, guess.
Arthur
Proper guess.
is fragrant bird of paradise.
You what?
It's just the sort of thing David'd say.
Not today. He called me a shop girl.
Listen, anybody calls me a girl, I'm not offended. I ask for his number.
Not lately, I hope.
It was demeaning.
Deb, it's just old school. It doesn't mean any harm.
I know. You know, the thing that upset me most was the fact that he's right. I am 50 and no more than a shop girl.
Well, there's worse occupations.
Maybe, but I didn't exactly get the job on merit.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Really? So you think that he might...
Fancy you? Well, let's just say you tick all the boxes.
And what are they?
Humanoid, female, alive.
I am right off men at the moment.
Oh, famous last words. Oh, I'm talking to Randy already.
Oh,
I think I owe you a drink.
amongst other things. B&T, please. Oh, and same again for my friends.
I wonder what Dad's doing.
Oh, he'll be having a cheeky cerveza with your Uncle Andy. Yeah. He'll be sitting on a balcony somewhere overlooking the Med, soaking up rays.
Do you think I felt sorry for him?
Why didn't he take us?
Oh, 'cause someone's got to pull pints out there, haven't they? And you've got school, madam. It's like he said to you, just needed a break. Bit of chill-out time with his brother.
I think he just needed to recharge his batteries.
Just as long as he remembers to recharge his shaver. Last time he went out there, he came back looking like something out of ZZ Top.
I don't remember that.
Well, no, that's because I took one look at him, went and bought a razor from the chemist at the airport, made him shave it off in the toilet.
Beards are very trendy, though, now, aren't they?
Yeah, well, so's walking around with your backside hanging out. And trust me, Steve doesn't suit that either. Not that he ever means to.
Do you like beards, Grandma?
I don't mind, as long as they're well kept.
Like Tony's?
I suppose.
My gran used to say never trust a man with a beard. She was bang on the money with him.
Do you miss Tony?
Amy.
I was just wondering. I want Gran to be happy, that's all.
I am perfectly happy being single.
And even if she wasn't, Tony could be the last man alive and she still wouldn't have him back.
Oh, thanks for coming over. After Tracy's broadside, I wouldn't have blamed you for staying away.
Oh, sticks and stones, as they say.
Only that was so.
Well, you know my opinion. If this isn't our time, then when is?
Well, I agree. And if it were merely my feelings at stake, I'd say to hell with a lot of them.
Then why don't you?
It's difficult. If I'd led a blameless life at Deirdre, then it might have been easier. You know, I could have been beyond reproach. As it is, it looks like I've simply reverted to type.
You're overthinking it, Ken. All you need is some pleasant company, someone to share a few nice days with. No true friend to begrudge you that. But, well, you have to do what you think is right. You know, all I know is that meeting you has been a real tonic for me. And I'd be so very sorry if this was goodbye.
How could he? How could he move on so quickly? It's like Mum never even existed.
Well, that's not true. I'm sure he thinks about her every day.
Oh, right, yeah, well, he's got a funny way of showing it. Wheeling in a replacement not 6 months after she's gone.
Grief does funny things to people. Look what we did on the day of the funeral.
Yeah, well, that was different.
Yeah, I suppose. She was stroking his pullover, you were tearing my shirt off.
Well, I needed to feel wanted.
So does he. Ken's a lonely guy looking for some companionship, that's all.
Oh, he's got us for that.
Don't know about you, but I'm not giving him a cuddle last thing at night.
Ooh. Thought he'd be past all that.
Well, obviously he's not. And good luck to him, I say.
Robert, whose side are you on? You know, Mum gave up her life for him. She got stuck here when she could have been living it up with Mike Baldwin. At the end of it all, what thanks does she get? He's turned his back on her grave, wiped the soil from his hands, and grabbed the first old trollop who'll have him.
When you put it like that... Look, Trace, I know it's a shock, but you will get used to the idea.
No, I won't. I'll never accept that woman, or anybody else so quick. I'm not having anybody tarnish Mum's memory. Nobody.
Cheers.
So you don't see yourself as a Santa, then?
Not really, no. Folk might not appreciate the irony of me dropping into people's living rooms in the dead of night, carrying a sack. I'm happy to help with the lights, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good display. You should have seen the one I did across the road last year.
Well, I did see it. Reckon half of Manchester must have. You've got the job.
Great. I've never stinted on Crimbo lights, even when it was just me and my bedsit. I used to dread the Lecky bill coming through in January, mind.
Well, it's very cosy.
Yeah, that's one word. If I were a cat, there'd not be much risk of getting swung.
A bit crowded in here, if you ask me. I think it's a fire hazard.
Yeah, like your brat. Take it steady. Gail, I love the colours you've used.
Oh, I've got clotted cream on the walls.
Oh.
Something to lick off when you peckish, I suppose, isn't it?
Would you like to see my tabs, Sally?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, there's enough you don't get every day, love.
Why didn't you talk to me?
It's not exactly something you drop into polite conversation, is it?
Since when did we have polite conversation? Was it serious? When did it start?
Nah, I think it was just a one-off.
Okay, there's no such thing as a one-off. Look, this doesn't reflect badly on you or Kylie, you know? It's just a bump in the road.
Yeah, well, I think I've got it under control now.
Don't do it on your own. Wait out.
Yeah, thanks. I'm handling it.
That is immaculate, Gail.
Oh, I love it, Sally. I feel so cosseted in there.
Oh, I bet you do. I'm really jealous.
Oh, thank you, Sally.
You must support someone.
It's really not one of my passions, I'm afraid.
Oh, Emily, you've not lived. I tell you what, come down the match with me and Kev. You can have a few bevies, get a pie down your neck. You'll be counted till you die.
Emily, why don't you go and have a look at the ensuite? Yeah, I will. Thank you.
You were ages in that bog. What were you doing christening it?
Don't be so vulgar. She was just showing me every little detail. I mean, it's nice, but it's not as nice as our walk-in shower.
Managed to get in there, teleport.
How many have you had?
I'm holding it for somebody.
Who?
Emily.
I think it's time to get you on.
Look, we need to talk.
Not right now. I've got to give Max his medicine.
Do you think that's a good idea?
It's his bedtime.
No, I meant you giving it to him. I mean, shouldn't we be keeping his medication under lock and key again? I mean, for all our sakes.
That's what you think's best?
No, it's not. Look, the only way we're going to get through this, all right, is by trusting one another and having a bit of faith.
Yeah, but after the last time.
Well, what's happened's happened. I can't change that. I wish it hadn't, but we're just gonna have to move on together. Because what we've got is worth fighting for.
Look, the last thing I ever wanted to do was offend you.
I don't know. I'm just a humble shop girl.
Oh, come on, you're so much more than that. Yeah, you're personable, you're funny, you're beautiful. I mean, if you don't mind me saying.
Knock yourself out.
And from what I've already seen, I can tell. Me and you, we are going to make a great team.
In the shop?
Yeah, in the shop, absolutely.
Because I think it's only fair to warn you that that's as far as it'll ever go. I am finished with guys.
Yeah, me too. Me too. What a guy. I said girls. Women is what I mean.
That'll be the day.
Love.
Just telling it how it is.
I am deadly serious. I have had a basin full of female kind, thank you very much. They are more trouble than they are worth. Yeah. So, Julia started. Because Julie, that was all my fault. That was me. I'm going to go and get another round in.
Well, at least he knows where he stands now.
Stood next to you all day, every day, behind that little shop counter.
Hello again.
You. What part of get lost aren't you getting?
Don't you dare speak to Nessa like that.
Well, I'd rather not speak to her at all, but I keep finding her sat in my mum's chair.
I'll leave you to it.
No, you stay. This is my house, and you're my guest.
It was mum's house and all, you know.
Deirdre's dead, Tracy.
To you, she is, obviously.
Look, I will always carry your mother in my heart. And nothing I do will ever change that. I know what I want it to. But I enjoy Nessa's company, and I'm not going to turn my back on her to accommodate other people's vague notions of respectability.
No, you're pleasing yourself. The same way you always did.
Who else have I got to please? I would happily have died before Deirdre, but I didn't. I'm alive. And I have a right to live that life as I choose, a right to happiness. There's nothing wrong in what we're doing, so I advise you to get used to it. Come on. Let's go and get a bite at the bistro.
Good night.
Night.
So, here we are.
Yep. Here we are.
Well, not if you don't want to be.
Eh?
I never said you were trapped here. Only takes one of us to stay, so if you want to leave, I won't stop you.
I never said I wanted to leave.
You never said you wanted to stay.
Here. Do you?
I wasn't talking about the house, I was talking about us.
He'll always be there. Wherever we go.
Well, that'll fade. I know you don't think so, but things will go back to normal. And I'll go back to normal.
Will ya?
Yes. Look, this is a crazy situation, all right? And yeah, I've done some crazy things. But I've not enjoyed any of it. I'd much sooner just be having a kick about with Max in the garden, or just sat here on the couch with you. You know, just watching Big Brother, and eating cheese on toast. You know, that's the life I want. I don't want this.
But maybe that life's gone.
I don't think so. I'm not expecting you to love the worst of me. I just want you to love the bloke on the couch. Because I'm still here. And if you give it time, if you give me time...
Okay. I'll give it time.
Thank you.
Ooh, you want to be careful. You've already had one fire up here.
I'm starting to give up on you.
And it wouldn't be the first time.
To my eternal shame. Drink.
No, thanks, I'm not stopping.
Why not? I thought...
It was one kiss. And I enjoyed it.
Don't do this.
Tony, you nearly destroyed my family, especially my son. He's still not over it. And while he's this fragile, I can't do this to him.
He doesn't have to know, not yet.
Secret affairs never stay that way. You should know that more than most.
I understand that you're worried about Steve, but I will make it up to him.
How can you? You conned him out of his share of the pub. Even if I can forgive that, which, believe me, is going to be really hard, how can you convince him that you're going to change?
I will, somehow. I'll do whatever I have to.
And what if there's nothing that can be done? We may as well just save ourselves the heartache and put a stop to it now.
What, and let Tracy win? She was determined to wreck our happiness, but we don't have to give her that satisfaction. We can stand behind that bar together, look her in the eye, and show her we're stronger than she'll ever be.
Oh, there is nothing I would love better. But unless you can win Steve round, it's just not possible.
I'll find a way, Liz. I'll find a way.
Well, here tomorrow night we say our goodbyes as we've the last ever episode of Lewis at 9. And on Wednesday we reveal the nation's favourite Beatles #1. That's all new at 8. Still to come tonight, we're off to Vegas and things get messy in our film The Hangover next.